Hello everybody, it's Blake here, and welcome back to Blake's Minecraft thingy, the survival series with a funny name. Guys, it is episode 6, welcome back everybody. If you guys missed the last episode, make sure you check it out, but we built this awesome tunnel, and of course, we made some progress on the mob grinder, which we're going to talk about in just a second. But check out this awesome tunnel that we made. I wanted to have a nice official entrance to the sort of and farming district that we're going to be working on in future episodes and all that. So I wanted to have like a nice little entrance, and it's a nice easier way than having to climb up this hill all the time, because really guys, this hill was really bugging me. You guys didn't see it, but every time I had to go back and forth from the little whole thingy house, I still don't have a name for it. Every time I had to go back from the house to the mob grinder, it was just really annoying. So that's why I dug a tunnel. Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, I wanted to see how this looked from far away, and this is looking great. I love that we got the circle in last episode, because now we're starting to get a pretty general idea of how this thing is gonna look, and it is looking really good, guys. I'm really happy with it. So today we're going to be filling in the sort of floor of it, and of course getting started on the spawning places. I don't know exactly how much work we'll get done on it today, but hopefully it'll be a lot. So first things first, let's get that floor filled in so we'll have a nice complete circle, and of course I'm going to do that in a third-person time-lapse. So let's go ahead and roll that third-person time-lapse. Welcome back everybody to the mob grinder, and we have got the floor all filled in, and it looks... oh, this thing is just coming together so perfectly. I could not ask for a better looking mob grinder. I mean, this thing is just... so we got an interesting little design here, and this is something I hadn't really thought of until I actually started filling in the floor, but we got 2 layers. And so what I did is I built a square, and then of course that is surrounded by our circle. And I think that looks kind of interesting. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, whether or not you like that square or not. I think it looks kind of cool. So, other things we got to worry about are, of course, once the ladder is gone, we're not going to have any of that light, and so the sort of chamber, the drop chamber, is going to look really dark. So I'm thinking at some point we're going to have to light it up with some torches. I think that'll look really cool. But this thing is coming together really quite nicely. But I definitely underestimated the amount of cobblestone we would need for this. Let's just say I've got one stack of cobblestone left, and it's all the way back over at the base. So yeah, we need to do a little bit of cobblestone mining, I think. Once again, my life is just mining cobblestone, but, yeah. Mob grinder's coming along quite nicely. I'm gonna go mine some cobblestone, and, when we come back, I'll go ahead and get started on, planning where the, spawning points are gonna go. Welcome back, everybody, to another progress update here on the mob grinder. I know, I did a little bit of cobblestone mining, and I've started placing down the spawning platforms. And so what we're going to do is we're also going to place little slabs on the middle of these spawning platforms, and of course we'll be placing trap doors along the sides of them in order to trick the mobs to fall into our water streams, which will take them down to their doom. Yeah, it's a really, really peaceful contraption, don't you worry, you know, they just splat. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just sort of figuring out where all these spawning platforms are going. So I'm doing the first layer, and then I'll do the second layer, which is, that one's going to be a little bit more trickier. I'm going to have to get a little bit more creative with my spawning platforms, but, I am a little bit worried about these water streams. It's going to be a little chaotic getting them set up correctly. But I think, we'll be able to do it. I'm hoping. Let's see. This one's not going to be finished until we get rid of our, little temporary ladder, so it can just be like that. Yeah, it can be a special platform. But we're going to do something like this. So the reason why we have to put slabs in the middle of them is to prevent spiders from spawning. I think I explained that already. But we don't want spiders because spiders are bad. So it's kind of interesting designing the spawning platforms in a mob farm, because it's almost as if you're designing a miniature city, almost. Think that's kind of interesting, you know? You got your little streets, you got your buildings, you got your big streets, and you got your big hole of impending doom. But, you know, yeah, it's kind of like designing a city. Thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna keep placing some blocks, talking like a crazy person. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. And literally right after I finished recording that clip, I ran out of cobblestone again. I swear I'm gonna be mining cobblestone for the rest of my life. Oh, but what about the trapdoors? We still need to add trapdoors. Looks like I'm gonna be mining cobblestone and chopping down trees for the rest of my life. Okay guys, I've got all of the 3x3 spawning platforms in place. There's just a few more that need to be put in weird spots like right here and such, which I'll go ahead and put some more in a little bit later on, but it's time to go ahead and start placing down some slabs, and of course, we gotta make sure those spiders don't spawn, so we're gonna put slabs down in the middle of all of these 3x3s, like so, and this will just prevent the spiders from spawning. Basically, spiders need like a 2x2 space of blocks in order to spawn, and so the slab will break up these platforms just a little bit in order to prevent them from spawning, because we don't want to get spiders stuck in our... Yeah, I've explained it so many times. I'm just going to go ahead and place down some slabs here on all of these platforms, and hopefully that will be another step closer to being done, assuming I don't fall off like I just did. Trying to figure out how the water streams are gonna work. Yeah, I knew it would be complete and utter chaos. Yeah, we're gonna have to raise up these lower platforms by another block, and in order to add in the trapdoors. it's just, it's been a little bit more complicated than I was hoping. So the way I've got this working here is I've got a water source here, and what I've done is I've raised this up by a block. You can see it right here. This is the actual floor level, and right here is my raised level. So what this does is it flows either out that direction or towards this middle, where I've got another water source here, which flows on over into here. This was the easy part, to be honest with you guys, and of course it all flows on in, right on into that middle spot. So the first problem is, of course, I gotta add in my trapdoors. And so I think it means that this and this need to be raised up by one more block. So I'll have to do that on all the sides. And, yeah, just sort of trying to figure out how this water stuff works. It's definitely very complicated. But I think I've got this figured out. I think I got a good plan. As for the second layer, not even sure how this is going to work, to be honest with you guys. Probably going to have to raise up those back two by a couple of blocks, because I've noticed we got a little bit of a problem here with those water sources, and basically, I don't know. Yeah, just lots of complicated stuff. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. And just like that, all of the water streams on the first level are now done. Wow, we're making some great progress in today's episode, but unfortunately that's all the time I have for today's episode, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Next episode, we'll go ahead and work on the second layer a little bit, because I think I'm going to have to raise those up too. But of course, I'm fresh out of cobblestone again. Yeah, make sure you guys leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you're new around here. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. We made some great progress here on the mob grinder, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode here of Blake's Minecraft thingy. Yeah. See you guys.